Guten Tag. Hi guys, we got a little what's happening in the
Eins,
market.
zwei, drei.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
you got the German cup out there.
Well, after I read my 23andMe report, I found out I'm more German than I am Polish. So now I have to embrace the culture.
I knew it.
Really? I thought you said you were more. Your last name Praski is Polish, no?
Oh yeah, well that father chain is Polish for sure, but more German, I guess. A lot of Germans in Minnesota.
Did you do that ancestry thing?
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd do that.
Oh, it's straight up just like the TV commercial says. Hey, I used to affiliate with this nationality. Now I found I'm actually this nationality.
Yeah.
And wait, I didn't know I was French or whatever. I mean, it's true.
You find out if you have any other kids?
Well, if you want to get into this, yes, I do. I have several other mysterious children somewhere in Asia. No,
Wow.
it was a funny enough, my mother's brother, because my mom she didn't do this, and it tries to link all these people together. And it said that I may have a sibling that I wasn't aware of, and here was my uncle.
Oh, wow.
DNA chain must be pretty strong on that side of the family.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not going there. All right.
Yeah, well,
But hey, before we get into this, what's happening? These interesting statistics in the Minnesota market. This segment's gonna be brought to you by Mr. Andy Praski. We got a little Zimmerman home for sale.
Hey guys, Andy Praski with Remax Advantage Plus and the Preferred Home Team. Did you want a cul-de-sac? Did you want 4 bedrooms? Did you want 2 baths? Did you want a front porch? Do you want a rambler? Oh, and we got a surprise out back. Check this one out. Just thought I'd take a quick stop here on the front porch. Perfect place for your morning coffee, afternoon cocktails, or whatever you can dream up, but man, is this awesome. You wanted an open floor plan and you got it. Hey, be careful on these brand new floors, would you? Come on in, let's check out the kitchen. Oh, hey, there you are. I thought I lost you. Check out the kitchen here now. All updated everything, custom cabinets. I love the dine-in area right here. And then of course you have this awesome deck right off the back of the house. So if you do any outdoor entertaining, there you go. Even I fit in this big tub. But you know what's even bigger than that is one level living. Kitchen, laundry rooms, bedrooms, entertainment areas all on one level, and this house has. Speaking of which, let's go see these bedrooms. Did you guys see this closet? You got to check this out. All right, guys, let's go downstairs and check it out. Can you imagine the parties you're going to have down here? It's going to be great. Okay, so as you can see here behind me, we have a walkout patio here out to a beautiful backyard. And then look behind me here, kind of a fun little space. We have maybe a home office here, some kind of a workout area, and then we have the last 2 bedrooms on the lower level right behind me. So this big cul-de-sac lot has a huge backyard. You have a fire pit area over here, garden behind us here. You're on a nice, really natural wetland area. And then you got plenty of room for our little surprise, which is the old chicken coop right here. Hi guys, do you like living in Zimmerman? It's a very nice community, yeah? All right, guys. Well, as you can see here, we found these guys a beautiful home. Zimmerman, walkout lot, actual cul-de-sac, beautiful one-level living. I'm Andy P, helping you on your real estate journey today. Just like I helped these friends of mine here, let's get you into a house today. We should really put a limit on how long my commercials are.
I think we should take some time to thank Chris Rooney for getting Andy to start being who Andy is, and those videos are freaking awesome.
Well,
Yeah, it's engaging.
Until I realized chickens bite, I was gonna actually hold a chicken when I was in the backyard, and then I'm like, they're like angry little things.
I'll tell you what, I got chased by a rooster one time at a place, and they just laughed. They thought it was so funny, and I'm like, that rooster was nasty coming at you. Well, anyways, after the closing, they were moving to Arizona, and they did a picture of the place, and then they had superimposed me running away from a chicken. It was hilarious.
That is awesome.
So,
All right, boys, get into this though, okay?
oh,
Yeah, okay. All right,
Showing
showing
activity
activity
dropped.
dropped. Yeah, showing activity dropped 17.2% year over year with over 20,000 showings. Only the $1 million plus and 600 to 800K ranges saw gains. The 300 to 400K had the most showings at 27.8%, while $1 million listings made up 3%.
That's still pretty good for the upper bracket. 3.3% of the showings is pretty good.
For sure.
I mean, what is that? 660.
I tell you what, though, I've watched the $300,000 to $500,000 market in front of my face since the last time we've talked. Basically, ice over. I mean, completely iced over. Like, I'm getting like some of these properties, we're getting 20 and 30 showings and no offers. And it's like, it blows my mind. People are just really reserved right now on pulling the trigger. I think there's also anticipation that rates are going to drop. So some people are cautiously, optimistic and hesitating on their purchase because they want the better rate. They don't want to have to refi and do all that crap. So
I'll tell you what else we see too is typically in summer, people are just like, you know what, let me just get away for a while. I mean, it's nice or whatever. I know we've got rain and stuff, but they're taking advantage of that instead of looking for a house. And it's not unusual in that whole June, July time frame that happens.
We've talked about this for years. Maybe we're heading back into more of a cyclical, seasonal ups and downs kind of an environment. But the last few years, it's been very much a supply and demand challenge. And so there wasn't enough supply for the amount of people that wanted to buy. But what's crazy is, like I'm saying, it's almost like these people are chicken to pull the trigger. Mm-hmm. They're out there looking, they're still shopping, even though it shows, the people are out there like I'm seeing, but I'm not seeing them pull the trigger. It's like, and I've had situations where it's an isolated incident where I'm like, oh, it's just this house. Maybe it got a dog issue, or it's the yard, or it's the power lines, or whatever. So sometimes houses do take a little longer. And then, some houses, once you run out of, though, this is what I warn everybody. So we went from a 5-day market to now, let's say it's a 5-week market. Not a big deal. We'll still sell. But in a 5-week market, you need to be priced a little more competitively than you are in a 5-day market. And so what a lot of people are still doing is they're remembering the old, what we told them last year, hey, it's going to list at $589. Well, that might be $549 now, just to get the attention and turn the heads, or people won't even show it. So,
yeah, I mean, pricing is a psychological thing, and if you're trying to create the excitement right away, that's why you price it lower, get more people looking at it, and get people to jump. And when they jump at the beginning, it gets emotional, and then they want it, and they're sick of it, and you never know who you're going to get. Maybe it's that person that's lost 3 or 4 times out on something. They just say, screw it, forget it, we're going to do it. I mean, I've seen many times where we've had even 2 to 5 offers where you might get 3 of those full price or less, and then, an outlier, someone just goes crazy. But that's what you need. You need someone to push the real buyer. And but sometimes it's not so bad in which to be able to price it where that thing is worth it. Maybe it doesn't create that excitement, but after a week or two, they were like, God, you know what? That is a nice place, and it's got everything we want. But immediately, I mean, I was just out showing where there were 16 houses, out of town person, 16 houses they wanted to do. By the time we got to be able to show, which was probably about 5 days later, there was only 4 of them left. And of those 4 that we looked at, one had an offer right away. They weren't really super excited about them. But then we went out again and found some that were on the market a lot longer, 16 days to be exact. And then it's like, oh my God, there's something wrong with the house. There's nothing wrong with the house. It's just that they just pushed the price the opposite way, and so it made people think about it a little more.
I think we're finally getting caught up and running out of a little bit of gas and optimism with economy and jobs and everything else, because I just don't see, like the kids coming right out of college and they on TV tell you, oh, there's so many jobs and there's so many whatever. And I'm seeing a lot of these college kids coming out of college, guys, and they're not getting hired. They're going on 25, 30 interviews. They're not getting hired. So, when you take a look at what's really happening in the economy, you blow all the news and the politics to the side. We're in a market that right now is kind of struggling. We have a lack of inventory, which makes their demand still looks like it's there, but there's a lower inventory. So there are still people looking, but they're not looking for overpriced stuff. Look at your car lots. Your car lots, your truck lots, all that stuff is overpriced right now, and it sits. Until they come up with something spectacular that helps those cars move or gets people excited about making that move, they just sit.
Everything is overpriced right now. It's crazy, crazy, crazy. That does get to people. At some point, it gets to people. You know, where you're constantly paying more for absolutely everything out there.
Yeah. Well, should we sound like old men for a second? And I remember when I was a kid, we'd ride up to the golf course. And when we were kids, now this is, 50 years ago or whatever, 45 years ago. And we'd ride up to the golf course and we'd all get $1 for we'd mow the grass and get $1 or whatever. We'd go up there. I could get an icy. I could get a candy bar. I could buy bubble gum. I could buy, and all under $1.
Yeah.
And nowadays you look at it and you go, there's nothing under $1. You can't even go to the dollar store anymore. It should be the $3 store.
Yeah. I went to Hy-Vee yesterday and they had a deal and it was a burger, this like a big burger, and it was $5. I almost fell over. I'm like, wow, that was kind of their deal for the day. And I couldn't even believe it because that's what you get for a normal, is that what you pay at freaking McDonald's for a quarter pounder of cheese? I mean, that's more than that.
McDonald's.
Oh my God.
I don't think you can get a Happy Meal. I don't think you can get a meal out of McDonald's anymore or any of those fast food places under $10.
All right, guys, we got something booming in Rosemont. Big industry, housing, some positive news in the metro area. Let me pop up this article here quick.
Just happens to be south of the river. Just saying. Rosemont's a good area, though. I mean, there's a lot of older parts to Rosemont too, but there's obviously there's land.
For sure.
That's fenced off, Andy. Maybe it's there's
That'd be a government project.